Ayun guys, so today's video is pag-uusapan natin yung 28 powerful questions for a happy life. Ayan. So, parang sabi kasi nila, keep your head clear. If it doesn't matter how bright the path is, if your head is always cloudy. So, kahit pag-aano kaganda yung path na tinahatahak mo, kung yung isip mo naman is orong-sulong, wala ka rin lang pupuntahan. Ayan. So, sabi nila maganda daw kasi pag yung from time to time chine-check natin or we're going to give a reassessment sa ating sarili. So, we're going to reassessing para ma-determine natin kasi minsan kasi just because lahat is yung parang everything is okay, everything is fine, everything is going smoothly, tapos nakakalimutan natin that at some point during this lives is we are yung value natin as a person is it's being overvalued by the other persons o yung mga taong nakapaligid sa atin. Ayan, so it's very very nice to kumuha po tayo ng papel and at the same time sasagutin natin unplanned, kasi mas maganda the first time na binasa natin and sagutin natin agad. Kasi doon natin nakikita nabubuhos pala yung emotion natin. Believe it or not, yung mga sagot natin, nagugulat na lang tayo sa mga sagot natin na, nasagot ko pala yun. And it's the honest answer that you're going to give kasi nga unplanned and you just answer it. So, that is an honest answer, and then mas magandang isulat mo and then from time to time babalikan mo and then you can make a reassessment and revaluing yourself. Yan. So, gaya ng sinabi ko, there's no right and wrong naman sa mga kasagutan ito. So, no worries. There's no right and wrong answer. Ayan. So, let's dive in. So, number 1 is, we learn from our mistakes, yet we're always so afraid to make one. Where is this true for you? So, lagi tayong, sabi nila, we learn from our mistakes. But from time to time, takot na takot naman tayong gumawa. So, saan ka dun? In which line? Nasaan ka ba? In between. Number 2 is, what risk would you take if you knew you could not fail? So, are you going to still take the risk kung alam mo namang hindi ka mag-fail? Or, ano ba yung risk na tatahak na ipupush mo, alam mo namang hindi ka mag-fail? So, parang there's parang namang walang Number 3 is, what is your greatest strength? Have any of your recent actions demonstrated the strength? So ano yung mga strength natin? Sulat mo din. So after that, a follow-up question will be says, what are the 5 top things you cherish in your life? Your cherish pala, cherish is not priority, it's the cherish. Ano ba yung mga bagay na chini-cherish mo sa buhay mo? Do you cherish your family? It's either family, friends, loved ones, what else? Do you cherish happiness or love? Or do you, mas chinichare mo ba yung happiness mo as an individual or as a whole? Something like that. What is your greatest how old would you be if you didn't know how old are you? Ayan, so, how old are you if you didn't know how old are you? Sometimes kasi, we're acting like we're not our age. Parang hindi akma sa edad natin. So, hindi naman yun naiiwasan. Meron talaga yun at some point in our life na naano natin yun. Okay? And then, when do you stop calculating risks and rewards and just do it? So, yung mga iba kasi, pag masyado siyang cautious, talagang kinakalculate nila yung risks and rewards. So, are they going to take it? Ano yung mawawala sa kanya? And what are they going to gain from that? So, yung iba naman, they're just going to boom. Parang ako, hindi ko kasi ina-assess for me. But then, hindi ako nag-assess ng risk and rewards. Pero, I make sure na ready ako. So, whatever. Pag nag-bounce back, so you're ready. Ganun lang yun. At what time in your recent past have you felt most passionate and alive? So, meron ba? Number 8, what do you most connect with and why? What? This is what pala, hindi siya who. What do you most connect with and why? Saan ka mas nakakukonik? Do you most connect in the technology? Or what? Sa nature? What one piece of advice would you offer to a newborn child? So, ano ba daw yung pwede nating i-advise sa isang newborn? So, a newborn. Wow, that's interesting. Kahit ako, parang wala pa akong sagot doon if I'm going to answer. Which is worse, failing or never trying? For me, I would choose failing than never trying. So, it's better to fail than not trying at all. No, it's better to try than to have regrets. Mahirap kaya mabuhay ng what if, di ba? So, why do we do things we dislike and like the things we never seem to do? Bakit ba nga ginagawa natin ang mga bagay na ayaw naman natin at yung mga bagay naman na parang what are you avoiding? So, may mga bagay ka pa bang ina-avoid? So, may form ako sa aking The OFW Anecdote, and there's a question na tinanong ko, what are they avoiding? And they said that they're avoiding some people who are in the 40s, yung mga matured people, they says that they are avoiding confrontation. Confrontation lang daw ang ina-avoid. So, why are you very, why are these people, kind of people? Parang na-amaze ako, why are they avoiding confrontation? So, diba? Why? Why are you so afraid of confrontation? Number 13 is, what is the one job, cause, or activity that could get you out of the bed happily for the rest of your life? And are you doing it now? So, is there a job? Meron bang bagay na nakakapagpasaya sa'yo when every time you get out from your bed? Diba? What excites you most na babangon? So, diba? Kasi, para saan at bumabangon ka? So, there must be someone or something. When it's all said and done, will you have said more or more than you've done? So, ano ba yun? So, said more or more than you've done? Parang nalito ako dun. What are you most grateful for? So, saan ka ba grateful? Are you grateful for the life you have? Are you grateful for the love you have? Are you grateful for the things you have? What would you say is one thing you'd like to change in the world? So, ano ba yung gusto mong mapalitan sa world? And if we're talking about the world, sa world pala dito is, this is the world we create as an individual. Kasi as an individual, meron tayong sariling mundo. So, that is the world you're. And there's a follow-up question in this, na sabi niya is, do you find yourself influencing your world or your world influencing you? It's the vice versa. So, gaya ng sinabi ko, we're talking about the world that you created for yourself. So, is the world you created for yourself influencing you, or are you influencing that world? No. Baka yung mga peers, peer pressure, work pressure, colleagues. Next is, are you doing what you believe in or settling for what you're doing? So, are you doing what you believe, or you're just settling for what you're doing? What are you committed to? What are the things you're committed to? Are you committed to what? So, you need to identify the things you are committed to. Which worries you more? Doing things right or doing the right thing? So, what worries us? Doing the things right or doing the right things? If it's not complicated, so I would rather do the right things. But if it's complicated, it's doing things right. Ay, ano ba yun? Natawa ko dun ah. If joy becomes the national currency, what kind of work would you be? What kind of work would make you wealthy? Oh, maganda yan. Hindi naman yan currency, it's joy. Wow. Okay, have you been the kind of a friend you'd want as one? So, ikaw ba yung kaibigan na gusto mo? Yung talagang honest answer. You should be, and at the same time, in answering this question, you should be honest. Baka naman, you're deceiving yourself. So, just be honest. Do any of the things that used to upset you years ago matter all today? Or did it change? So, yung mga bagay ba na yung mga bagay ba na na-upset tayo last year, is yun pa rin ba yung nakaka-upset sa atin yun, or did it change? Na-overcome ba natin yung mga bagay na yun? Would you rather have less work to do or more work or more work you enjoy doing. So, ano bang gusto mo? Konting trabaho na hindi ka naman masaya or mas maraming trabaho na masaya ka naman? May mga ibang tao na nagtatrabaho sila just because kailangan nila, hindi dahil masaya sila. And most of the time, ito po yung nakakapag, sa atin, it's draining us out. Yung ginagawa mo yun just because you needed to do it, hindi ka masaya. And it's not healthy work, I think. What permission do you need? Or do you need to move forward? So, what permission do you need to move forward? So, din natin yun i-determine yung mga bagay na kailangan natin for us to be moving forward. Kasi if you don't really if you don't give permission to yourself to do that, so wala rin lang. Number 26 is really, what do you have to lose if you go for it? And then, a follow-up question would be, sasabihin mo sa sarili mo, really? So, what are you going to lose if you're going to go for it? So, you need also to understand kung ano yung mga mawawala sa iyo. How different would your life be if there weren't any criticism in the world? So, are you okay with the criticism? So, ano yung magiging buhay natin kung walang criticism? So, for me, parang ang boring naman nun. There's no challenge. Kasi, wala namang, ang alam ko is that's all challenge din. So, there's no challenge if there's no criticism. Kasi nakadepende kasi sa atin. It's always depends on how we react. On how we react on a certain thing. Sa isang bagay, is either it's a conscious. So, it's either you're going to take it constructively or sasama yung loob mo. See, it's always depend on how you react. And lastly is, were you always making choices? We're always making choices. Are you choosing for your story or for someone else? So, yeah, yan. So, lastly, this would be the most critical for us to answer yung, are you choosing your story or you choosing someone else because you think your story is not fitting on the dun sa mundong ginagalawan mo. So, are you going to still pursue with that choice? Are you going to still going to be standing with the life you want, or are you going to want to deceive yourself creating someone else's life? So, gusto mo ba yung buhay niya or yung buhay mo? So, that's a choice for you to make. Ayan guys, so remember, just sabi nila, happiness is always the key. So, pag wala kang first and foremost is you need to have an inner peace with yourself. Kung wala ka pong inner peace sa sarili mo, there's no happiness. So, paano ka magiging happy if you didn't have an inner peace with yourself? It's always going back sa ating sarili. So, how could you move on kung ikaw nga sa sarili mo? Kung alam mo sa sarili mo, hindi naman yun. So, it's always going back to ourselves. Sabi nga nila, happiness starts within ourselves. So, we need to love ourselves because how could you love somebody if you cannot love yourself? Ayan guys, so maraming salamat and then see you on my next video.